Welcome, Gemini, to your in-month reading for February. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new to my channel, welcome, welcome. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on using these three decks today. Okay, getting straight into your energy of what you're thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you. Gemini. Best messages for Gemini, please. Best messages for Gemini. Best message for Gemini. Best message for Gemini. And one more. King of Cups in reverse. Feels like a little over-emotional, or you are dealing with maybe a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio who is very over-emotional. So it could be you or them. Take it how it resonates. Somebody either around you is very emotional, or you are, or maybe they are making you very emotional as well. So it could be two in one. Hey, they're so over-emotional right now. They're making me over-emotional. So there does feel like there's kind of this over-emotional feeling going on over here. Maybe some doubts and some worries, maybe because of their over emotions. Maybe they're making you worried about where your relationship is going, how this is going. If they lost their job, then it's worrisome and it's making you over emotional. Especially if you're like in a marriage and they lost their job and they're very over emotional, it's going to really kick in effect for you because you're seeing your loved one in an emotional state, right? So, and then, you know, there's also kind of like this uncaring as well. So is someone also very uncaring? And, you know, that's an emotional state, right? I don't feel like you are, you know, being very caring at this moment because you're in an emotional state. And maybe it's that they're so over emotional, maybe they're even a little mean. That can actually happen. Mood swings, right? Causing mood swings, maybe causing you mood swings because their behavior. So take that how that resonates, guys. Okay, we'll dig into this, see what's going on. I do feel some like back and forth mood swings going on. Maybe they're mood swinging, making you mood swing. So let's see. Clarifying on the King of Cups is not only going to clarify on that card with the entire reading. Yeah, it's causing a huge disruption whatsoever. This disruption is, yeah, whatever it is, it's a disruption. It could even be a tower. More than anything, it's more like overwhelming. I feel trapped against this wall. I can't move right now. You're causing so much disruption. I feel like you might even feel like you're tugged maybe in two different places. Yeah. However it is, it's very overwhelming for you. And maybe for some of you, it started out as them being over emotional and then them just straight up not caring anymore, right? Just straight up unpredictable. I don't care. Okay. Getting straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the present, the near past, and the near future. Yeah, heartache and loss. Yeah, definitely causing some heartache. Yeah, we see that. In the recent past, rest and rejuvenation. And in the near future, how are they going to get through this? The love begins. It looks like it could get a little better. I'm feeling like whatever it was, Gemini, everything's going to be okay. It's just an upheaval at this time. Okay, so going straight to the rest and rejuvenation over here. needing some time out. That's really what that is. I just need time out. Someone took time out, whether it was you, them, maybe you took time out away from each other, just to get some rest, just to get your head together, get your thoughts together. Yeah, there was some weakness going on, and when it's talking about weakness, it doesn't have to be within yourself. It could just be weakness within the relationship. With the 10 of Coins, where there was this strength, there was all of this achievement, came this weakness, this falling apart. That's why I had to go rest. I had to, it just feels like I had to rest. I have to go relax and think. Okay, because yes, you have me in 8 of Swords. So because I have myself stuck in this mental conflict, and it's almost like this is the only place that you could be, Gemini, at this time, to get that mental confusion and all this stuff out of your mind, is to go rest, right? I have to rest. I have to close the door. I have to get away, because otherwise it feels like the whole world is going to fall apart, because I feel you're dealing with someone who's unpredictable. I think they are mood swings, and I think that it really causes you to have mood swings, and you don't want to be caught in these mood swings. And this is why you went to rest and relax, separated yourself from the situation. And that doesn't mean that it was every day. It's just coming up as that happened a lot, right? It happened a lot. Because that was my only way to get self-satisfaction, to get my head straight, my emotions straight, right? Because of the 5 of Cups, because there was just too much. It's too much. They have me in this place of that I can't escape unless I go to rest and separate myself. Otherwise, I just kind of wander around in the 5 of Cups, because you really do have me depressed. You do have me overwhelmed. And it's probably because of the 5 of Cups, you also see them depressed, or you see them overwhelmed. And like I said, you don't know what's coming at you. Or, you know, how are they acting? It could be different because of the mood swings. Okay, so grabbing an Akashic Tarot card. Divine Physician. Very interesting. So we have the Divine Physician over here, which is 6, and it's talking about moving into a time of healing. And that's really what it was. It was you going to rest so that you could kind of heal. Moving into a time in the past where you felt like if you didn't do what you were supposed to do, you were not going to heal at all. It was just going to end up a huge, just the tower, and the tower is going to get worse. Okay, and there could have also been a person, a friend who came in to help you and to listen to you. Maybe it was a mother, a sister, a friend, somebody who came in, you know, and they gave you kind of the key components to the healing, kind of gave you those healing words, kind of helped you kind of move a little bit, right? Listening to you, right? It's just somebody that you can talk to. Maybe you had this really good friend, and it would be, you know, Spirit is pretty much saying that even if you don't realize how much this person actually helped you, that you talked to and explained these things to, they did. Because they're coming up as a divine physician. They're coming up as a person who actually helped you so much. And for a lot of you, you know that they helped. It was like, oh my gosh, if it wasn't for this friend that I could tell them about what's going on within my relationship, you know, this could be also worse, right? Or I'd feel so much worse. It was like they came in and they kind of shined a light on you to make you understand kind of what's going on, trying to get into your feelings and trying to help you out. And a lot of times it's just that crying on someone's shoulder, having a good friend listening, and it actually makes a huge difference. Yes, you might still have the heartache and the loss, okay, but this person helped so much. And it almost feels like, man, if it wasn't for so-and-so, you know, I would, you know, I don't know what I would do, right? So you still have the heartache and the loss over here. It feels like maybe for some of you, you don't have the heartache and loss as much as you did before. And maybe the heartache and the loss is a lot of the King of Cups over here because it's still underneath this King. So they could be the one really feeling it, right? Because you have the divine physician over here, this friend that helps you, right? So you have the Hangman. Clarify on the heartache and the loss. I'm not saying you're completely out because you still have a Tower. Another Page of Staffs and the Two of Coins. Drama. The heartache and this loss, or this, maybe you guys broke up. Maybe the divine physician told you, you know, you need to go separate ways. It just feels like being stuck. There is this stuck feeling with the Hangman. I can't move. With the Page of Staffs and the Two of Coins, it's like this, there's still all this drama. There's still drama still lying around from this person. Things are up in the air. You don't know which way it's going, and it's causing drama. And it's coming from this Page of Staffs. This Page of Staffs is the one who's causing all this drama. It's like they come to you just to throw things in the air. So it could be that, you know, you're feeling stuck, they're feeling stuck, and I feel like you both are. And it could also, you know, you might feel like they're being, because of the emotional mood swings, maybe they're making you get snotty towards them, you know? It's like, listen, quit bringing your stuff to me. Or they're being snotty coming at you. And you could even feel like they're this kind of laziness kind of going around within them. Lazy because they don't seem to want to take care of the Tower. They don't want to talk about the real issues. So it's kind of a laziness of not so much maybe actual movement of the body, but actual movement of the emotions, actual movement of wanting to fix things. So you feel that they're lazy. Listen, I need you to listen to me. And then they throw things up in the air and it causes more heartache. But it just feels like they're all over the place. You need them to get moving towards healing. Is what it really feels like. You need to fix this. Yes, you need to stop fighting with me, stop fighting with yourself, because it's actually just keeping you stuck as well. You need them to, there needs to be a compromise with the Five of Staffs upside down. We need to have a compromise. We need to talk about what is going on, why this is happening. Either we talk about it or you're going to have to move on, right? That's like, feels almost how it is. For a lot of you, it's like you want something to be fixed. You want the compromise. Reflection, 19, coming out. 19 is talking about that reflection. The first thing you can see as we look at this card, the first thing that, you know, we have the moon over here and it's reflecting down on this. So the first thing I think of is shadow work. Digging deep to see what is it. What are you going to do, Gemini, to get yourself out of this mess? How are we going to work together on this, you know, and having a compromise to fix this? Can this be fixed? It can only be fixed as long as both parties want it fixed, right? It can't just be one person. You both have to do it together. So with the reflection, you know, maybe you need a trip. Maybe you need to get out of the house. Maybe you need to do something and have some kind of retreat together. So that way you can compromise. Maybe, you know, a good night out, doing something, right, to fix the relationship. Becoming more aware of your emotions and more reflective about the circumstances around you. And they need to do the same. So it feels like you need this emotional time together to be able to fix this. Let yourself gain the greater clarity and control of the emotions. Because the only way, look, to bring them back to where you need them, you're going to have to gain control of your emotions and not allow them, right? You have the divine position, right? They probably said that. Rest, get your mind together, everything's going to be fine. But you have this reflective. You have to understand that once you have your emotions set upright, right, and back in control, you will be more perceptive and receptive to how to deal with this person. Okay, so you're going to have to trust your inner voice so that you can guide yourself, because you two being both on an emotional upset is not going to bring compromise. It's going to cause more fighting, right? So you have to take this tower and say, I'm not going to allow this to happen. I have to get myself back to an emotional state, right? Back to where I need to be. So that way, once they see you put back together, you'll be, like I said, more perceptive of what's actually going on with them. More so than before. This says this is where the love begins. So this is your answer. Where's my answer? How do I fix it? That's it. That's it. But you both being in an emotional state is causing nothing. That does nothing. That does nothing. That's negative and negative. This isn't, this isn't where the negative and the negative ends up a positive. This isn't a battery, okay? This is where negative ends up negative, ends up negative. Someone needs to be positive to be able to help the other reflect on what the problems are, to be able to move closer, because once they feel that you're stable, it's going to kind of turn a little. Okay, so where the love begins. Now, in the near future, we have where the love begins is holding tight with the Four of Coins, and that's gathering that strength again of yourself and gathering yourself together, keeping control of your emotion and of where the love begins. You love them, you want to hold on to them, you want to keep the control and the strength. With the Hierophant, yes, a lot of you are married or in a really big committed relationship, been together a long time. This is where you're going to find the faith to be able to hold on to your own emotions and to this to get out of the tower. Yes, to get to the Ten of Cups. This is where the satisfactory is going to come, because they're going to see you in a different light as well. Remember, the reflection card is not only on you, but it's also on them. Six of Cups, this is going to be you moving away from any negativity and getting back to where the love begins with the Queen of Coins, coming up with yourself, Gemini, and saying, you know what, I'm going to be like this Capricorn. I'm going to become stable. I'm going to move away from those emotions, become more stable, and let the nurturing begin. Why? Because I've reflected upon the situation and I figured it out, right? I got this. I've got this. You're upset because you lost your job. You're upset because of whatever situation. Okay, but not, and so you're going to move away from them giving you any kind of mental Eight of Swords, any kind of mental conflict or upsetness. You're going to start nurturing the situation. Wow, and that's going to give the Six of Coins. So now you're giving back the nurturing to them. Instead of arguing with them and then letting them get you down all the time and having this and that, you're going to give back. Wow, this is going to bring in the better communication with the Knight of Swords. This is you now coming up with the ideas and saying, okay, this is fine. Now we can swiftly have a conversation. Wow, with the Two of Staffs. Traveling together to get out of this situation. How do we fix this situation? Okay, so grabbing an Akasha card over here. This will give you better ideas of how to have communications with them. And it feels like they will actually listen to you with the Knight of Swords, because that's communications, not only talking, it's also listening. So it feels like their little wall is going to come down and they're actually going to start listening to what you have to say. Why? Because they feel that you're more compassionate and that you're more on the nurturing side of the listening, right? So it's the chess game. Definitely going to be a chess game. Yeah, it's still going to be a chess game no matter what. This is not just something that's going to be like, oh, okay, and then just all went away. No, no, you're going to still have to move chess pieces. It's still going to be you against them, right? It's still going to be, you know, this kingdom against this kingdom for them to actually get back to where they want to be. Especially if you're dealing with a water sign, it's going to be very hard, and you know this, right? You're going to have to pull them up underneath their little water kingdom over here. So it's like you on reality with the mermaid kingdom over there, right? That's just exactly what it is. Certain signs really shell themselves up, and when they do that, they're the harder signs. So even if it's a Cancer, they're shelled. They've put themselves away into a place and blocked themselves. So it's hard. Scorpio, same thing. Virgo, same thing. Right? So it's going to be a chess game. It is. It's going to take a lot of logical thinking and a lot of good moves on your end to be able to get them back to listening and out of this behavior. Emotional distraught. That's pretty much all it is emotional distraught. So you have the Three of Keys over here. And this chess game is really talking about the conflict and getting past the conflict, right? Really seeing clear. It's time for you to take an emotional or even an actual step back. So it's actually saying, yes, that's exactly what you did, right? You took a step back from your emotions to clearly see, for clarity, to get back to a logical state. The more you get involved and the stronger you hold your position, okay, so here you are, strongly holding your position, okay, and you took a step back with the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups, you took a step back and you got strong. The more heated the situation may become, so you have to be careful, right? No matter how challenging, try to remain in inner peace. Do not participate in any battles or allegiances. But don't let yourself be deceived either. Look at everything coolly and unemotionally. And that's what you did when you reflected, because now you're seeing it from not just this over-emotional side of Five of Cups. You're seeing it from a nurturing, logical side of stability. Okay? And that's exactly what it is. Because remember, if you continue with your own Five of Cups and allow them to bring you down into this depression, it's just going to cause, like I said, more conflict. So that's why you're gaining the control. You're going to take a step back away from the Five of Cups, gaining the Four of Coins to become the Queen of Coins. And this will then give the nurturing and the abilities to come towards them, and they will break down their walls and start listening to you. Like I said, little by little. Little by little. Okay? And let's see what the angels have to say, and you're all done, my friends. And remember, it doesn't even have to be a loved one, my friends. It could be your kids, it could be a friend, it could be anyone, right? Yeah, there is an opportunity. It's just going to be to the point to where you just have to move your chess pieces in the right direction. And that's really what it is for big happy changes, and to get them out, because it's really going to be about how you're communicating clearly with them as they're going through a recovery. Okay, and then the situation will improve. So it's okay, my friends. Okay, it's okay, because, you know, don't worry, because the situation will improve. Okay, it's just going to take time. Yeah, see, improving health. And their health is their emotional, over-emotional state, right? Everything's going to be fine. Okay, and that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.